This is an early warning storm mode update.
All right, we're continuing to track a very dangerous storm that on radar is definitely showing signs of very intense rotation. To give you an idea, we're down here south of Eureka Springs and just southwest of Berryville. If you're in Berryville right now, you need to take shelter, and I mean right now. This storm here is moving off here to the north and to the east. You see this notch area right here? This is where we have a possible tornado. I want to show you these colors and exactly what they mean, okay? We've got rotation that's going on right through here, southwest of Berryville. This is a potential tornado that we have, okay? You need to watch this very closely, take it very seriously as it moves into the Berryville, Arkansas area. A tornado warning continues down here. Again, this storm has really shown some very intense rotation with it. We're talking about portions of Carroll County there into Madison County as well. Again, back here in Springfield, we are just dealing with the storms, but it's down there where things are very intense. I want to, again, kind of give you an idea of where you need to go. If you're in Berryville, okay, take cover immediately. Basement is going to be your best option, okay? If you don't have that, just get to the lowest level that you can of your home, okay? Now, if you don't have, again, that basement, you can get into your closet, okay? You can get into a bathroom, okay? Just make sure it's in the center part of the house. The key thing is to put as many walls between you and the outside of your house as you can. So count those walls there and get as many walls between you and the outside as possible, because that is going to give you the best chance there to keep you safe, okay? But right now, present indications are that there is intense rotation on this storm located just south of Berryville, Arkansas, okay, heading to the north and to the east. This storm has already had a tendency of producing a tornado, a confirmed tornado that was down near Cliffy, Arkansas, and also near War Eagle, Arkansas. A rain-wrapped tornado. There is some damage down there. There's the thing. You cannot, okay, see this tornado most likely. So don't even try to get out there and try to view it as it comes in. You need to go to your safe spot right now. Again, hallway, okay? If you don't have, you know, a center closet or bathroom, hallway is going to be best. In those apartment complexes, you want to get down to the lowest level of your home. Bathroom, take the blanket, take the mattress, cover yourself up down there. Again, this is very, very intense thunderstorm that has very intense rotation with it. We can even zoom in a little closer. What I want to do is zoom in even more and kind of show you exactly where we feel like there is going to be that tornado. And see these bright blues and some of these reds and greens kind of coming next to one another, where we've got this little notch here. I will plot on here for you some of the different roads. And you've got Highway 221. We're talking about near Rockshire Road, it looks like, in that location. Again, this storm is really meaning some business here. So please take it easy as we continue to watch these storms as they press off here to the north and to the east. This eventually, I want to back it out to give you an idea of where this is going, because eventually it will cross. This is the Missouri state line here, okay? Right here's your Missouri state line. So as this moves to the northeast, eventually to Oak Grove, you want to be on the lookout towards Ridgedale here. If this storm does maintain its intensity, it would, again, move into far southern Missouri. But right now, the Weather Service is monitoring this storm here with the potential for this tornado. It's already touched down a couple of times, had reports of a little bit of damage. And what we actually look at to try to confirm that is something that we call the correlation coefficient. Now, that's getting real technical and a term that you may not realize, but I'm going to switch that on for us here, and I'm going to show you what I mean by it. We look at that to try to see if there has been really any damage. Okay, the radar now, new Doppler radar, allows us to see damage. It's called a tornado debris signature, and that is obviously an indication that we did have some kind of tornado. And again, we are getting some really intense reflectivity and velocity scans now southwest of Berryville. You need to be in your safe spot because we are continuing to see radar indications of this having very intense rotation with it. I would not be the least bit surprised if we had a tornado we've got a tornado here with this storm, because what we have essentially is winds that are blowing away from the radar and towards the radar, okay, the radar site. And you fill in the gaps here, and there it is. This is your rotation. This is where that tornado would be coming into Berryville right now, okay? Please, it is imperative for you to take shelter right now. Lowest level of your home, as I mentioned. Get into portions of your lowest level of your home there. Again, this storm is really meaning some stuff. Bob?
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. Bob, and there's that misnomer that you stay in your car.
Yeah.
You stay in your car during a tornado.
Yeah. You know, it really depends. You know, you can do that. It all depends on your present situation as things are going down there, obviously.
So if you know somebody that's out there traveling right now, and you're at home, obviously you want to advise them of this potentially dangerous tornado. Yeah,
again, we're getting some fairly intense rotation that is showing up on this, and that's why we continue to be concerned about that potential for, you know, a tornado with this, because when we get these reds, these greens, these blues right on top of each other, I mean, that's...
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, that's your intense rotation. So we're going to wait for this updated radar scan here as it comes across. But again, this is the reason we're still on here with you is because, again, there is very little doubt in my mind as I look at this that there wouldn't be at least some kind of tornado here with this as it pushes off here to the north and east. We can do is a little storm path on this here for you to kind of let you know what we got. Let's see here. This is moving off here to the east at about 30 miles per hour. So let's track it out, and where we have basically the most intense part of this, and you can kind of see Berryville, you've got less than 6 minutes most likely to Green Forest eventually. You need to be in your tornado safe spot as this storm moves in. Again, you know, Bob, but you know, with these storms like this, you know, we've got a pretty good atmosphere now. It's warm,
Absolutely.
It's juicy. Temperature's been in the 70s, and this is the prime area for that. And we've got to watch also as it comes into southern Missouri.
Exactly, and we want to stress, too, that if you're taking photos and you're sending them to us on Facebook, I am monitoring that. Do it safely.
Yeah, do so. Obviously, there after the storm is passed, you know, we don't want you out there risking your life to get a picture or video. We'll be okay with that, you know. But please be careful down in that area. Again, this eventually is, if you're in southern Stone County, Berry County, just kind of the heads up, okay? If this would hold together, this would be eventually coming in to your area, mainly into Stone and Taney County here. So, again...
and the hope is that as the system moves up to the northeast, that it encounters more stable air.
Yes.
And that it will weaken a little bit.
Yes, that's exactly right. We're hoping that, because you get into southern Missouri and things get a little bit weaker as in terms of the conditions that are favorable for severe storms, but it's right on the edge of that, and that's the key thing. It's right on the edge of where that would be. All right, so again, recapping here, the reason we're staying with this, very strong indications of a tornado that could be coming into Berryville, Arkansas, as we speak. I mean, there it is. There's what we call the little notch that you typically have. You got the winds wrapping up into the storm here, and right here in this area is where there could be a tornado. So I wouldn't be surprised here as our next radar scan comes across that we would have something down here.
And Kevin, I have been noticing that these storms are moving pretty quickly, you know, at least 30 miles per hour, up to as high as 50 and 55 miles per hour. So they will be on you, these storms, and this possible tornado, or you said it was an actual tornado, very quickly.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we continue to see these signs of rotation. I'm guessing as this next radar scan comes across, I'm really curious to see what it looks like as it goes over the Berryville, Arkansas area. Again, if you're in Oak Grove right now, you need to be taking shelter. Green Forest, Urbanet, all of those locations as this storm continues to move off here to the north and east, and it's now coming into Berryville right now as we speak.
And I do want to explain, too, that what folks are looking at is the velocity.
Exactly.
And that when you get these colors together, like the deep red color and that blue color, that's telling us that we have incredible winds coming into the radar and then going away from the radar, too.
That's exactly right, and that's essentially your rotation. And there it is, as you can see, the updated scan there now puts some of that rotation there right over Berryville. So there it is. If you're in that location right now, again, we've told you this over and over. Please take shelter. Finally, just getting an update from the National Weather Service confirming a rain-wrapped tornado 2 miles south of Berryville, as I just mentioned.
You had mentioned that.
Yep, there it is, and it's matching up now with radar. We're getting the confirmation. This is a tornado. Okay, this has the potential to do some damage here. It's rain-wrapped.
Right, as you had mentioned.
What that,
yeah, rain-wrapped. The tornado is inside the rain shaft, so to speak, and you're not going to be able to see it.
Yeah.
So don't look out your window and say, well, I don't see a tornado right now.
Yeah.
Because more than likely you will not see it.
It's disguised. It's got a disguise on, so to speak, because you can't actually see the tornado itself, which makes it even more dangerous.
And we're heading into the latter part of the day, into the evening hours, getting darker, and which is going to make it even more dangerous.
Okay, and so we're watching that storm. We're also watching storms that are out into Oklahoma here. There's a potential for there might be actually. What do we have up here? We've got some live video possibly out to the Tulsa area. As you can see, this is with another storm located out there. They're dealing with the severe weather in that general location as well. As you can see, that is some mean-looking clouds there, Bob. As you can see. Again, they've got several counties that are under tornado warnings out in the Tulsa area there. As you can see, this is a live view that is showing up from one of the Oklahoma stations.
Wow, that's impressive. And, of course, we had a slew of warnings here in Missouri earlier on, severe thunderstorm warnings, and now those are beginning to, well, dissipate as we are watching more stable air moving in from the north. So we're hoping maybe that stable air cuts off this tornado at the pass, so to speak, and starts to wind things down. But as you said, heads up further to the north and east.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, back on down here to the radar because there is still a rain-wrapped tornado. Okay, so obviously a tornado is on the ground. Okay, and then that's what we have here. Reports of a tornado here just to the south of Berryville, moving here to the north and east. So again, give you an idea where it's going. Okay, Oak Grove. Okay, you need to take shelter here. Okay, Blue Eye down the road, okay, if this would hold together down the road, eventually impacting your location, but Green Forest and Berryville, the most immediate areas. Lowest level of your home there, and of course, if you don't have a basement, other places you can go there.
Right. You want to put yourself between a wall and the outdoor elements, a tornado. But once again, we are seeing a lot of rain off to the north and east of this tornado. So as it continues to move into this environment, we're hoping that things will start to wind down with more of a worked over atmosphere.
Extreme southern Missouri continues to have a little bit of what we call instability, and that runs from basically Branson to Reuter and points to the south. Once you get north of Branson, the instability, the energy needed for the storms basically fade away, and that would decrease the storms.
And that's what's happening here along the I-44 corridor, too, near Springfield. We still have thunderstorms. We're hearing rumbles. Our door flew open with the wind just a short time ago. But once again, we're expecting a lot of this severe weather to kind of sag further to the south, and that's what we have right now.
Yeah, exactly. So here it is, continuing tornado warning here for portions of northern Arkansas. Let's go ahead and get the very latest update on this here. Stand by. Tornado warning continues until 6 p.m. now for Carroll County. Carroll County until 6 p.m. Latest radar indicating, as I look at this here, still, it seems to have possibly started to get a little less defined in terms of the hook there, the notch we typically see. But I think that we probably have, well, we do have, because we've had confirmation that there is still a rain-wrapped tornado here moving to the northeast at 40 miles per hour.
And that's important, Kevin. If people are just joining us, rain-wrapped means you can't see it. It might be bearing down on you, and then you see rain shafts and something along those lines. And also, we looked at that stuff west of Tulsa earlier on, and looks like tornadoes have been spotted now in northeast Oklahoma. as well.
Yeah, up into northeast Oklahoma, they're dealing with that activity here and kind of backing things out. I want to show you the bigger picture of this here, as we've got obviously storms here, but you can see all these other red boxes that are back out here closer to Tulsa. That's what they're dealing with right now with tornado warnings. But we're obviously watching the most intense cell is one that's going to eventually in the next 20 minutes cross the Missouri and Arkansas state line. Right now heading to the northeast south of Oak Grove. That some of those roads there, I'm gonna pull up a little map for us here. Boy, we got some strong winds.
Yeah, we've got real strong winds here at the station right now. And further to the south, once again, along with that tornado, torrential rains, probably very large hail, and very strong winds as well.
All right, so Highway 62, the main highway that comes out of Berryville there. So if you're along Highway 62 northeast of Berryville, you obviously need to be taking shelter. Along Highway 21, eventually Highway 103, okay? And then we get up there. That eventually connects with Highway 13 there, right, the Missouri-Arkansas state line. So it is that location there where storms continue to move through. Bob, go ahead and take over there just for a second.
Yeah, sure. Once again, I'm monitoring Facebook as well. So you want to send your pictures to our weather Facebook page, and we'll put them in a gallery on KSPR.com. Also, send pictures to weather@KSPR.com, and we'll get those up there as well. But we continue to watch this activity moving off to the northeast with that potential tornado. Actually, the actual tornado, but perhaps diminishing now. Jerry?
Bob, I just got off the phone with the Berryville Community Center, and they're reporting very strong hail right now where they are, and they are taking shelter. They got off the phone with me and said it's time for them to take shelter, and that was about a minute ago. So as you see that hook right there at Berryville, they have seen very large hail. They said a very strong storm hitting them right now.
Right, and it's possible that this could be weakening a little bit, but once again, we really want to stress thinking the worst case scenario. So you want to take shelter now in that interior room. If you don't have a basement, go to that interior room, maybe a bathroom or something like that, as the system continues to move off to the northeast. Once again, this is a rain-wrapped tornado, meaning you're not going to see it, okay? It's getting a little bit later into the evening hours. It's also getting darker, which makes it particularly dangerous as we continue to watch this activity now moving off to the north and east. And as Jerry had just mentioned, if you're not in that rotation area, you're certainly seeing the very heavy rain in and around the Beaver area, further to the east near Oak Grove. And the hope is, as this moves off to the north and east, that we're looking at the system moving into a more stable environment. That's the hope right now. But if you live further to the north and east of this system, perhaps around Lampe into Ridgedale, and then to the north and east of that, Branson, hopefully this system does diminish a little bit as it heads in your direction, but there's no guarantee of that happening. Once again, the environment is very rich for tornadoes right now, Kevin.
Down to the south, yeah.
Down to the south, near
northern
the state
Arkansas.
line.
It's kind of interesting how near the state line it drops off a little bit there, just maybe 10 miles north of the state line, and we lose some of that instability. But again, we're just a couple minutes away here from the top of KSPR News at 6, and so we're going to be starting that out here in just about a minute. Again, we've had a confirmation of a rain-wrapped tornado with this. We are also tracking, there are some storms out into the Tulsa area. I know this is just outside of our area, but one of our chasers is out there who has confirmed damage out near the Tulsa area. Our own Jacob Honeycutt is out there. We've got him hopefully coming up here to talk to us, to let us know what he has seen. But there are reports of damage in the Tulsa area with that. But we're watching, obviously, the storm here closer to our neck of the woods that eventually is going to be coming into southern Missouri.
And as he had mentioned earlier, as we looked at things, dew points, instability, it was just a rich environment down there, eastern Oklahoma into areas of northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know what? So again, we're getting close here to the top of the show. I can tell you that it is raining at a very good clip outside here of our studio. If you're in the Springfield area right now, we're not as concerned about, again, severe weather up this way. It is just down to the south where we continue to have some of that severe weather and stuff that we are tracking. We've got a full report of everything that you can expect with team coverage here to lead off the top of our 6 o'clock newscast. And again, we're going to monitor these storms for you and let you know the very latest. Right now, KSPR News at 6 starts right now.
ABC for the Ozarks, keeping you connected. This is KSPR News at 6.
That is not snow, folks. That is hail. Storms moving through the Ozarks right now, bringing hail, wind, and in northwest Arkansas, possibility of a tornado as well as lots of rain. We are in storm mode right now.
We have a lot of thunderstorm warnings across our area. They are hitting with wind, hail, lightning, and tonight, possible flooding. We have team coverage tonight, the very latest from our chief meteorologist, Kevin Leidy, in just a moment. We also have our early warning storm chasers live all over the Ozarks in Arkansas, Missouri, and even Oklahoma as the storms push in.
Storm chaser Brian Priest in southern Missouri right now. You can see from his camera heavy rain along the Interstate 44 right now. And this is live right now in Oklahoma near Tulsa. And let's get straight to Kevin now for the very latest in the watches and warnings, including that tornado warning that was issued in northwest Arkansas. Kevin, what's it look like now?
That's right. Intense storm down there to our south here in Springfield. It is coming down here. We've got intense rain, and flooding is going to be a bigger issue up here in the Springfield area tonight, so watch out for that. But there is a tornado warning right now that is in effect for portions of Carroll County, Arkansas, okay? We've had a confirmed tornado down near Berryville. Okay, and lifting off here to the north and east, eventually heading to the Oak Grove area. I can tell you this just in, severe thunderstorm warning. They've replaced the tornado warning there with a severe thunderstorm warning just within the past few minutes. But again, possible tornado could still develop, okay, as it moves to the northeast. So if you're up near Ridgedale, right there along the Missouri-Arkansas state line, we've got a weather watch there. Edie Matson is up in Ridgedale. If you're up in that general location, you need to be taking shelter immediately. A quick look at all the counties here that currently have severe thunderstorm warnings, and those include Texas, Berry, Benton, and Carroll. Again, these storms will still have the tendency to produce large hail, damaging winds, and that isolated tornado threat across far southern Missouri. We're going to continue to keep you up to date. If any more warnings come our way, we will, of course, update you. Lee?
Thanks, Kevin. Our team coverage continues tonight with another one of our KSPR early warning weather storm chasers, F5 chaser Jacob Honeycutt, live in northwest Oklahoma right now. And Jacob, what's happening where you are?
Good afternoon, Lee. We are south of Sand Springs, Oklahoma, where they have just now issued a tornado emergency. A tornado is on the ground with this storm. We've seen a lot of damage, cars flipped over, trees snapped in half, and again, a tornado emergency now issued for the storm once again, as we've seen a tornado on the ground.
All right, of course, live weather situation, a lot going on. We seem to have lost Jacob there. Again, that was northeast Oklahoma that he was in. You can see pretty severe situation going on there. Jacob will continue to follow those storms in Oklahoma. Brian will be in southern Missouri covering the storms there. And we also have a crew right now in Arkansas near Berryville. We'll have the latest from them as soon as we get it.
Just like Kevin said last night, as it was hitting, it was actually a tornado that hit here on Bull Shoals Lake. This is Bull Shoals Lake here, the Missouri and Arkansas dividing right here. At Diamond City at Sugarloaf Marina, we have a camera right there. The National Weather Service has confirmed it was a brief, weak water spout on the lake. Now, this is last night, about 7 o'clock last night. It actually happened as we were on the air.
Okay, bear with me for a second, guys. We're trying to pull up our camera. It's... See, we seem to have lost a connection with our camera down there. That's usually not a great sign.
And indeed, it was not. The water spout actually never hit land, but it did affect our camera there. An EF0, the weakest level of tornado, with speeds about 65 to 85 miles per hour. No reports of any damage, and except for that camera, no one was hurt. We've received some amazing photos from all of you today, and we've put most of them up on our website in a full photo gallery. If you want to look at what it is, you just go there to KSPR.com, and in the middle of the page it says weather photos. You can click on that, and you can go through them. Again, that is at KSPR.com. Lee?